Welcome back. Today we're looking at 3-15, multiplying and dividing rationals. So generally what we're going to try to do here is, first thing we're going to do, we're going to simplify as much as possible. Then we're going to try to multiply and divide. And hopefully at that point it'll be in simplest form. But if it's not, then we'll just go back and just make sure that it is. All right, so let's take a look at the first example. 8y over 15b times 3by over 2y to the fifth. Okay, so notice we have 2 y's in the top and 5 y's, technically, right? Y to the fifth in the bottom. So we can already start simplifying that, right? So if I cancel 2 in the top with 2 on the bottom, then I end up with y cubed in my denominator. I know that the b and the b can cancel out, so there's no more b's. We can also do the 3 and 15. We can divide those both by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And then also the 8 and 2, we can divide those by 2. Oops. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. All right, everything looks like it's simplified as much as possible. So on the top we have 4. In the numerator, in the denominator we have 5, and then you should be done. Okay, so just take it piece by piece, variable by variable, exponent by exponent, constant by constant, and just work it down until we have the simplest form. All right, for number 2, it's a little bit different because we have these binomials, 8x minus 16 and 4x minus 8. But we're going to do what we did last time. We're going to find the greatest common factor for each term and try to simplify it that way. So the 5 here is not changing. But between 4 and 8, I know that we have a common factor of 4. Right? They're both divisible by 4. If I factor out the 4, what's left is x minus, and then the 8 divided by 4 is 2. We're going to do the same thing for the 8x minus 16. I know those are both divisible by 8, so we'll factor it out. We have an x left over, and then 16 divided by 8 is 2. So let's clean this up as much as possible. X minus 2 and x minus 2 can cancel out because it's the same in the numerator and denominator. We can simplify 8 and 4. We can divide those both by 4. 4 becomes 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So now we have 5 times 2 is 10 in our numerator. And then we just have our 9 in our denominator. So this whole thing is just 10 ninths. Okay, more examples, but same idea. X minus 3, we can't simplify. We'll leave that. 2x minus 8, we can factor out our 2. So that leaves an x minus 4. 8x minus 32, that's a common factor of 8. And then x minus 32 divided by 8 is 4. So we can kind of see that the x minus 4s are going to cancel out. And then 3x minus 9, common factor is 3. X minus 9 divided by 3 is 3. So you can see that these are also going to cancel out. And then we have the 2 and the 8. Those can be divided by 2. So the whole thing now, 4 is the only thing left in the numerator. 3 is the only thing left in the denominator, and we are done. Okay, next one. This one's got a trinomial here, so we're going to have to do some extra factoring, but we'll be fine. So the x minus 2 in the numerator here can't be simplified. 4x minus 4 has common factor of 4. We'll factor it out. And we have x minus 1 left in our parentheses. On the top here, we're looking for what multiplies to get negative 3 and adds to get 2. So that's going to be x plus 3, x minus 1. All right, so we're looking for anything we can cancel out. We can cancel the x minus 1s, and that's it. So in our numerator, we have x minus 2 times x plus 3 over 4. And then remember, again, there's invisible grouping here, so we're not just going to say 4x plus 1. That would be wrong. So it's actually 4 parentheses x plus 1. And then at that point, we'd be finished. All right, so we did all multiplications to this point, and the reason why is because the divisions are just the same process as multiplication. It's just one extra step. Remember, we said this earlier in the semester that anytime any division can be written as times the reciprocal. Right, and we kind of did something like maybe we said, all right, 6 divided by 2, we know that's always 3. But we said that we can also say that's the numerator, 6, times the reciprocal of 2, which is 1/2, because that's always the same answer. All right, so we're going to apply that same idea here. So we take this first thing. And rather than divide, we're going to say we're multiplying by the reciprocal of the second thing. So the reciprocal would be 15a to the 5x squared over 4x. I can cancel this x with this x. We can reduce 2 and 4. We can divide those both by 2. 15 and 5, we can divide by 5. We can take one of the a's here and cancel with the a in the bottom. Okay, so let's kind of clean this up. This whole thing is just gone. It's 1. We have the 3 a to the 4 x squared. And in the denominator, we just have a 2. Right, this little 2 left over. Okay, so this whole thing simplifies to 3a to the 4th x squared over 2. And yeah, again, it's the same idea when we're dividing. We just have to make sure that we change the division to times the reciprocal, and then you'll be fine. All right, good job today.